what's going on YouTube? This is Mr. Matt with Mr. Matt's 5 Minutes of Finance, where we help you along on your journey to financial freedom 5 minutes at a time. Today, I want to talk with you about a rather touchy subject, and that is whether or not you should lend money to family and friends. Hell no! This has been Mr. Matt with Mr. Matt's 5 Minutes of Finance. Until next time, comment, like, subscribe, share this video. Take care of yourselves and your financial futures. Okay, all right. Yeah. Really, this could have been Mr. Matt's 5 seconds of finance, but no. Let me go into the topic a little deeper, at least for another 4.5 minutes. When a family member is asking you for money, what they are really doing is asking you for help. And they might even say that, yo, cuz, I need you to help me out. I need you to help me out with a little bit of, let me hold $20. Let me hold some money, right? And so if they're asking you for help, what you really need to do is to assess whether or not you loaning them money is actually going to help them. And in 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. It won't help an individual to loan that person money. What you have to consider is the fact that by the time they've come to you, people who are in the business of loaning money, people who know this person's financial history intimately, have determined that they're not a credit-worthy risk to take. And so you telling me that you're going to supplant your knowledge of the person, which is probably not much around their finances. You just know them as your cousin or your uncle or your friend or whatever it is. And perhaps you've known them for more years than Chase Bank. But you don't know anything about what their financial history is. And so what I do, if there is the occasion that 1 out of 10 times where I think I might be able to help the person, I then get into a conversation with the individual. I sit them down, I say, well, let me talk about what behaviors led to you being in this situation where you're now asking me for money. And it's a litany of questions that I go through. And unfortunately, well, fortunately for me, unfortunately for them, usually before I get to the last question, they're saying, yeah, that's all right, man. I'm good. I don't want to get into all that. Okay. Then I won't be able to help you. And we need to think about it this way, that if those behaviors don't change, there's no need in you giving them your change, right? It's about changing those behaviors. The second thing I want to talk about, co-signing. People will sometimes come to you and ask you if you can co-sign with them on getting a cell phone or getting a loan. Let me tell you, they need to change the name of co-sign to you-sign, because really that's what it is. The individual, if they could sign for themselves, they would just sign the contract for the loan. But they can't. They need you. So you're not co-signing, you signing. You're the one that's going to be responsible for the loan. You're the one who's going to have it on your credit report. Whether it gets paid or not, by the way, it's going on your credit report when you sign. You're not co-signing for the loan. You're saying, I promise to pay this loan back, right? Even though it's characterized as a cosign, I wouldn't do it. I would not co-sign if asked. That is not helping that individual very much. And then the third thing is, and this is important, if I could have my editor, who's my daughter, by the way, put this in somehow big letters and arrows pointing to it, that if you have to borrow money to loan someone money, you absolutely should not do that. Because what that tells me, if you have to borrow it to give it to somebody else, it means you don't have it to give. You don't have it to give. That would be like somebody sinking in quicksand. You run and go get a rope, and then you get in the quicksand to help them. Before you help someone else with their finances, your finances need to be tight. So if someone is asking you for money, well, you need to make sure that your retirement is fully funded. Your house is fully paid off. You are financially independent, maybe even wealthy. If that's you, you're in a position to help people, many people perhaps. But if that's not you, then no. You certainly don't ever want to borrow money to loan somebody else. So just a quick repeat. if it will help, rare cases, just maybe around the number of times that you had a chance to meet Beyonce in person, probably that number of times that you are able to help somebody by loaning them money. Second thing, never co-sign. That really should be called you-sign. And third thing, if you have to borrow money to loan somebody money, then you don't have the money to give. This has been Mr. Matt with Mr. Matt's 5 Minutes of Finance. Until next time, comment, like, subscribe, share the video. Take care of yourselves.